Anthropic published I guess, a blog post, an article
Mm.
about how they monitor their own agents. Now, when you really read into it, I'm happy to provide the link to folks. What they're really monitoring is sort of the extremes of their agents, from their agents doing things like, okay, writing things in bytecode and different levels that can get past the monitors. There are several. This is part of monitoring agents as they move towards general intelligence, right? And so there's a lot of things of agents. It's kind of like unruly teenagers. It's like you're hosting,
Are they
you know,
not? Yes.
your 13-year-old's, birthday party, but not its birthday party because he's too old to have a birthday party, with 13 of his best friends. And of course, they're always going to get in trouble and push the bounds and, break things.
Yep.
But it's really, how do you monitor things that are trying to thwart or do things you don't want them to do, and they're also trying to thwart your monitoring.
Mm.
So what happens when one of the agents co-ops your monitoring agents? It's all kinds
Mm.
of interesting things there. It really touched on something I love to talk about, of course, is observability native
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
control
Yeah.
planes, and that is getting into the reasoning of what happens in the moment that it happens. And by trying to keep that reasoning hidden to the monitors, so they don't really know what they're trying to do. So you and I kind of
Interesting.
talk in code, but you know what I'm doing because I'm not
Yeah.
really telling
Yeah.
you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Interesting job. I'd love to see that job description. There was somebody
Well,
doing that work. I thought
I
it was just
must ask my
fascinating.
friends, did they publish this before or after the leak this week?
No, let me see what date it was. I don't know if I have it up and I can check that. It just came
Because,
out, so it had to be
like,
really
was
close
this
to
a
that. That's
response
great.
to the leak, or was this just like a happy circumstance Freud would call synchronicity?
So this
I
is
don't
not the
know.
data leak you're looking for. I can
Yeah,
only go
right,
over
right.
here.
Yes, these are not the agents you're looking for. I
It
mean, but
was just pretty
it's
interesting,
interesting.
which is, go ahead.
Sorry, man, but it is really because what I think, and we've talked about this before in the past, is that Anthropic does a good job of actually trying to expose some of the warts that come along with this transformer roller coaster that we're on right now.
Uh-huh.
Vis-a-vis, things like memory ablation and how in a model you can sort of zap some certain perceptrons to make a model think it's the Golden Gate Bridge, for example. And so I love that they're doing that kind of work. Brings me back actually to what I'd forgotten to mention with Microsoft earlier, and that is that they're working on forgetfulness. I
Yeah,
forgot to talk about forgetfulness.
that's
It's
ironic.
is
You
the
did
key
that on purpose,
takeaway
I
there.
know.
But
You did
but
that on
uh,
purpose.
it's and this again loops back to Anthropic's leak. And a part of that, there was a lot of work exposed about continuously running daemon in the background called Kairos. And what this daemon was doing was memory consolidation. They basically refer to it as dreaming, which is kind of shockingly how we humans consolidate memories in the hippocampus at
Uh-huh.
night when we sleep. It's not just sluicing out the bad prions or whatever that build up in the daytime, but the plaques, whatever they're called, but also consolidating memories, which is for models, and agents extremely crucial, right? Because what if you have conflicting information when you change your knowledge, because something new happens? How do you go back and forget the old knowledge? Really difficult for humans to do. Maybe easier for agents. What do you think?